Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Akarkadash. Shalom to the elders for preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely as well too. And shalom to the Akim, Akwaf as well too. And I say shalom. And this is a sit-down lesson that I want to bring out from the JerusalemPost.com, published by Reuters and by the Jerusalem Post staff, published November the 3rd, 2023, and last updated November the 3rd, 2023. And it says Hezbollah, Nasrallah blames the IDF for massacre of Israelis. It says the Hezbollah leader claims that a wider conflict in the Middle East was a realistic possibility. Hezbollah leader Syed Hassan Nasrallah, speaking for the first time since the Israel-Hamas war erupted, said on Friday that the operation launched by the Hamas group against Israel October was a 100% Palestinian. Nasrallah, speaking for the first time since the Israel-Hamas war erupted, warned on Friday that a wider conflict in the Middle East was a realistic possibility in a speech that was expected to indicate whether the group would wage a full-fledged war against Israel. A formidable military force backed by Iran, Hezbollah, has been engaging Israeli forces along the Lebanon-Israel border in the deadliest escalation since it fought the war in 2006. Nasrallah claimed that Lebanon joined on October 8 and thanked groups in Yemen and Iraq, part of what is known as the Axis of Resistance. It includes Shiite Muslim Iraqi militants which have been firing at U.S. forces in Syria and Iraq, and Yemen Houthis who have joined in the conflict by firing drones at Israel. It says in a unveiling threat to Israel, he claimed that a preemptive strike on Israel will be a stupid mistake. It says in our front, all options are open. He insisted all the options are open to us. We study all options. We must be ready and be ready for all the options that could happen in the future. He said October 7 operation led to an earthquake in Israel, and that is exposed the country weakness. Goals to destroy Israel. He insisted that the first goal was to stop aggression against Gaza, and the second goal was to ensure the victory of Hamas. He insisted that countries ended trade with Israel and that Arab and Muslim countries cease sending oil to the United States. He also insisted that there should be a collective effort to open a Rafah crossing which connect Gaza to Egypt. Did Hezbollah help coordinate the attack? In his speech, he claimed that brothers from Hamas has planned the October 7 attack alone, and they did hid it from their other allies, despite the secrecy. The organized leader insists that the attack did not upset anyone, any resistance, excess. Nasrallah, in the future praise of the attack, stated that the Al-Qasr flood has exposed Israel's weakness. The attack took the lives of 1,400 people, including the civilians of Arab Israelis. It says in the speech, Nasrallah denied that Hamas has beheaded babies and claimed that there was no evidence to support that accusation. Bragging, Nasrallah celebrated that Israel was under financial pressure at the multiple towns near the Gaza border war evacuated, he claimed that Israel is anxious that front could escalate. Mocking Israel, the organization leader said that in a whole month, Israel has failed to rescue any hostages or make any significant measures achievement. The United States is responsible for the war, Nasrallah claimed. He also stated that the current war is a battle between right and wrong, insisting that Israel's image of being a democratic champion of human rights was false. Nasrallah insisted that threats of U.S. military response will not dissuade them from their current plans of action. Go to the book of Luke 21 and verse 9. This is the book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 9. But when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass, but the end is not end by. Luke 21 and verse 10, then said he unto them, nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. So, and this is another news article that I want to bring out as well too. I think it was something from Benjamin Netanyahu. As the tensions between Hezbollah and the Israeli Defense Force escalations are increasing, right along with the Iranian proxies that's potentially going to do more attacks within the next week against the United States, because they look at Israel and the United States as the adversaries. Keep that in mind as well too. And this is a second news article that I want to bring out from the Jerusalem.Post by the Jerusalem.Post staff, published November the 3rd, 2023, and last updated November 3rd, 2023, and it reads, Netanyahu warns Nasrallah of imaginable cost of war with Israel. Don't wrong us, Netanyahu tells Hezbollah leader. Netanyahu, no ceasefire until hostages are free. Any mistake by Israel enemies in the north will bring an unimaginable cost to Hezbollah, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said in a warning to the leader, Hassan Nasrallah, who spoke for the first time since October 7. Don't wrong us, Netanyahu says. Nasrallah claimed that Lebanon joined October 8 ethnic groups in Yemen and Iraq.Part what is known as an axis to resistance. Bragging, Nasrallah celebrated that Israel was under financial pressure after multiple towns near the Gaza border was evacuated. He claimed that Israel anxious that front war could escalate. No ceasefire until the hostages are free. Israel will not agree to any temporary ceasefire with Hamas until the 241 hostages seized by Hamas are released, Netanyahu also said. Israel refused to a temporary ceasefires and does not include the return of our hostages, said.